I like that.
That's nice.
Yeah, we got some iced coffees. It's the crack of dawn.
It's a crack of dawn, and it's also 50 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's cold and rainy.
Can
I
you
just want to
believe
lay down.
Freaking gov balls in 2 weeks, and
I
if
hope
the
it's not
weather's
like
this, I mean, yeah, that's another thing. But like, think about gov ball 2 weeks before gov ball the past 3 years. It's not cold,
gloomy, and we always get summer rain because remember it rained that one year at gov ball, but it's still warm. Like
that was so fun.
Yeah, that was. I always love when it rains in moments like that. But
yeah, it was still hot
Yeah.
rain, summer rain.
Yep, summer rain.
This is like
this is
cold.
fall.
I wore a puffer here, you guys.
Yeah,
It's May 22nd.
right.
Like I can't wear a puffer in May.
I didn't know I could feel like that.
Well, I'm glad we got our small talk out of the way. We always be talking about the weather like we just met. Hold on.
What?
Did you do something to your eyelashes?
I curled them.
Okay, when you were smiling just now, it kind of looked like your eyelid was inside out because they're so curly right now. And
Yeah.
like, that's not usual. So it looked like you like flipped your eyelid.
Remember those kids in elementary school?
Yes.
That would fucking flip their eyelid
Yeah.
to scare people.
I've seen like TikToks of people being like, I'm convinced the kids that flip their eyelids inside out are the ones that started COVID. Like, just like,
right.
Yeah.
Like, what are their personalities now?
yeah. Because
You know?
like they weren't the class clown. That was just their
No.
one
They
go-to
just, like,
thing. Like
Fucked with other people.
they wanted reactions out of
Yeah.
people. What was going on at home?
right.
If you were an eyelid flipper, what was going on at home during your
And be
peak
honest.
eyelid flipping?
Yeah. Clearly
You
there
know?
was some trauma.
Yeah, they were like just trying to get people to be like, what?
Yeah.
Just attention.
You could do that?
Yeah.
Ew, that's gross.
Stop. I don't know who would want that though.
No.
I think it's just reaction.
It's reaction.
just reaction.
It's shocking
yeah.
to shock
And
people.
like it just takes all eyes on them.
Yep.
Good or bad, it's still all eyes on them. And I
Yep.
feel like kids do that. I saw this TikTok the other day and I thought it'd be a fun little exercise. It's not, it's a question. This girl was like, this is a great question for first dates or just wanting to get to know somebody better. I don't know about all that, but it is cool. Name a place you would want to live for a week, a place you'd want to live for a month, and a place you'd want to live for a year.
Okay. Ooh.
Let us know yours in the comments too.
Let me think on this. Week, month, year. I think my week would be somewhere like fun party in
That's what I was
Europe.
thinking, like
Intense,
because it's only a week.
exactly.
I had that same thought.
Like damn near somewhere in Spain for a week.
Okay.
Let's say Ibiza.
Ibiza?
Yeah.
All right.
Ibiza. My month would be probably like Mexico City.
I've heard such good things about Mexico
Oh
City.
my God. I've heard amazing things about Mexico City.
One of my friends, she's traveled almost everywhere in the fucking world, and Mexico City is still like one of her number one spots,
Yep.
which is so crazy.
The food, the culture, the people, how it still feels like small and like intimate, but obviously it's like one of the quote unquote biggest cities in the world,
Right.
because of its impact and not physically, like geographically big,
yeah.
but you know. So yeah, month in Mexico City and then year in London.
Oh God, I could not do London weather.
No,
Like we think we get seasonal depression here.
right?
Like, ugh. For me, like what Alex is saying, the week thing would be nice to do somewhere like Berlin, somewhere like really party and like really, like obviously anywhere you go, you can find different types of experiences, but purposely living somewhere
Wild.
and seeking a wild experience for the whole week.
Yeah.
That or a week somewhere so off the grid for a week though.
Right.
So like it's
Like,
just
you know,
a
you're
little
going
reset.
back.
Yeah. Like I would like my head even went to where my dad lives, like a
Yeah.
tiny little island off Alaska, hunt your own food, like for a week, and like
Right.
obviously with somebody that helped me out a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I think that one I'm going to allow myself to have those two kind of really separate answers. For a month, I think I would love like Sicily, Italy.
Somewhere you can kind of like hop around.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
But like, I'm thinking more just like Italy though. I don't think I'd want to, because I feel like my answer, you can't do that.
Right. You're living there.
Let's live. Let's
Yeah.
like, yeah. Even like Palermo. I feel like I could live in Palermo for like a month. A year, Hawaii. Just like really recharge for a year and like.
That would be like a life reset.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm this close.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I could see that.
My first answer, my easiest answer was Hawaii for a year.
Yeah, I think the year one, like the way that I looked at it with London, it would be because I literally don't stop thinking about London. There's something there. And I think it would be like a year to test out if I could see myself actually settling there.
Right.
So like that's where my head went with the year.
Yeah.
Or it would be like, okay, I did it.
Yep.
It
was that
checked
time
it
of
off
my life.
Right. I checked it off my list
Totally.
1 year. I could see that.
Yeah.
I could do that.
I mean, like you could literally do it.
Yeah.
Like your job would, why wouldn't they let you, right?
The time difference would be
Oh,
fucking
that's
weird.
true. That's true. Yeah. Is it like 8 hours ahead of, or yeah.
It's 6 from here, right?
It sounds about right.
So
Yeah.
it
Because
would
Italy's 7 or 8.
Yeah,
I
it would be
think
about
they're-
9 hours ahead of my work day. So I'd be working in like the middle of the night.
Yeah. That's a whole, almost 180.
I wouldn't even enjoy it.
No. Right.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever
Quit.
want another job.
Yeah. I know. I talk about this a lot. And I feel like I get asked this a lot because I've been at my current job for 6 years now. And I just don't see myself ever leaving. I love my job so much.
It's stable.
It's so stable. I love the people I work with. I think if I ever did leave, it would be solely to like because I would be craving something new. Like I just don't see myself getting sick of it.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know.
They've allowed you to grow a lot too, and like
yes, I
ever
expand
so
so much in my
often
job.
they're adding something new to your list of
plate.
responsibilities. So it's like a new job,
Right.
It's like an evolving job.
That's a good
constantly.
point because I'm consistently like feeling challenged, but also working there for 6 years, I'm so well seasoned in the brand that I know, even though it's a new like take for me, I know I'm going to be good at it.
Yep.
So there's something with like the balance of feeling challenged in a job, but also
confident enough.
So confident in the work that you do there. It's like it's this really healthy like tug and pull that I'm feeling at my work that wouldn't easily be replaced.
Yeah. And like that only takes, you can only experience that after working there for so long. It's not something you can just like get
Jump
a
to a
pamphlet
new-
and learn. Like that's why they trust you with so many new things.
Right.
They're like, well, she knows the brand with her eyes closed. Like
Right.
she's gonna do what we want and more
Yeah.
and more.
Yeah.
Wait,
Just thought I'd
hold on. I need to change my answers. So this literally just went "Burn" in my head. I don't know. I still really like Hawaii, but
the year.
yeah, Australia.
Oh yeah.
Why did that? Am I okay?
I feel like you just cheated on someone.
No, like I feel like edit that out. No, I think because for me, honestly, Australia could be a lifetime.
Right.
I would
feel
even
about
want it
London.
longer than a year.
Yeah.
Like no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. But yeah, I guess Australia, like the Gold Coast. Oh, I need to go back. I love Australia. Okay, time for our snack of the day. It's not anything special, you guys. I went and picked us up coffee on the way here. The cafe is called Concrete Jungle.
Ooh.
And it's like a play on, you know,
New York City.
New York City, right? And it's also a cafe, and it is plants.
Plant cafe.
Yeah, like where you can buy plants in there. So
Do they have
Concrete
good ones?
Concrete Jungle.
Oh, I get it.
Get it?
Is
Yeah, they
it-
actually had really nice plants.
Are they overpriced as frick?
Yeah, but like they got to do it.
Oh my God. I walked by this spot.
It's banana bread, chocolate chip, by the way.
Yum. I walked by this spot. I don't know the name of it on the way to meet you at the cafe yesterday. And it had like, it literally looked like the store that we went to in Sedona with like all of those backyard things and plants. Yeah.
We should go.
I know. We should go. I'll find it.
Remember?
I remember
Or you
the
can,
street.
Like, refigure it out kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm so down to go. All right. By the smell of it, I can already tell my mouth's going to get itchy.
Really? Because of banana?
And just, yeah, you just know.
Cinnamony. Brown sugar?
Cinnamony. That's probably why my mouth's going to get itchy. I don't like cinnamon.
No?
I haven't about had it. This happened. Ugh.
Give it to me.
Here. Get it away from me.
This is
People
good.
are just putting cinnamon in everything.
Are they?
Yeah. This happened on my way to Connecticut. I got a banana bread matcha from Bluestone Lane.
Wow.
I got it because I was making my banana matchas for a minute. And it's fire. Like banana matcha it's a thing. Like it's a combo and it fits and it works. Tell me why it has a 6.5 foot layer of cinnamon on top.
You like raw cinnamon.
Imagine 6 feet of cinnamon.
They're trying to like squeeze it through your window, the drive through.
It's got this one.
Oh, I'm gonna choke.
It was like
Dry cinnamon?
just like sprinkled on top. Okay, it was not 6.5 feet, but it was a lot. And like put it in the description then.
I don't like dry cinnamon.
I don't even like cinnamon. I don't know. So I mix it up in the drink. It's not gross, but it doesn't need.
It doesn't need it.
People put cinnamon with banana by default, and it doesn't need that. Banana's good alone.
Especially in something already so rich.
Yes.
And like the depth of flavor. You don't need that extra layer.
No. Cinnamon, I'm cool with like in the fall or like Christmas time.
Yeah.
Or with like vanilla ice cream kind of thing where like
Something to counter it.
yeah, but people put it with fucking everything and I'm over it and it makes my mouth really itchy.
Yeah.
Big cinnamon.
You're pissed.
I hate it.
Big cinnamon.
Because it ruins everything to me.
It does.
Too much.
And for what? Who was like, let's do this. Let's add cinnamon.
I mean,
Big cinnamon. Big cinnamon.
Literally big cinnamon. I don't know. I think I'm just out.
You're out to get them.
What is it? Like oddball out though, because I like Leanna when she gets literally anything, even like a fucking iced Americano, she puts cinnamon in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Raw, dry cinnamon?
A lot of people do.
I don't get it. I like it when it's mixed in. Like I mix it in with my crepe recipe.
Gross.
When it's mixed in with like as
like
an
baked in.
Yes, baked in like with other ingredients, but not you don't top with cinnamon. It's too dry. It overpowers.
I still don't even baked things. I take it out.
Really?
Like when I make my coffee cake muffins, like remember I was bringing those over here for a minute?
Yeah.
No cinnamon. Ugh. Like it's still in my mouth.
You know
it's
that
like candle vibes. Like it's like fragrant.
Right. It doesn't mix well. It just overpowers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't blend. It doesn't
like accentuate anything.
No.
It's just everything with cinnamon.
Yeah.
And cinnamon. Oh, it's giving me acid.
Do you like Big Red?
Chew?
Yeah.
No.
Ew.
Who does?
Who buys cinnamon gum?
Brianna Pasurcio.
Are you serious?
She actually does. Remember
That's
hot
such a big red
tamales, the
flag.
candy?
Yes.
That's Bree's favorite candy. Bree and Leanna. They're weird. We shouldn't be friends with them.
Weirdos.
We should confront them.
Should we call them right now?
They're like for sure asleep.
Yeah, it's like 8 a.m.
Guys, wake up, emergency.
You like Big Red?
You're weird. Emergency, we're not friends anymore.
You've heard of Glittergate, right?
Oh yeah, like
we don't know what glitter goes to.
Right, and then there's like one big seller.
One big
and,
industry.
Yeah.
So I watched this girl who restores old nail polishes. She like cleans. I'll send you the next one I see.
Oh, like vintage ones.
Yes.
And she'll like add that
She'll swatch
solution
them.
to like yes. I love her.
Oh, I love her so
Yeah.
much. But she did a nail polish that was from, God, I want to say like the 70s, 80s. I don't know. I could be making that up. It's really fucking old. And it has this like glitter in it. And she said that it used to be used, it's like a red glitter, and it used to be used in like car paints, nail polishes, but then it like got weirdly discontinued. And now it's, well, people think it's the same glitter that's used on money. Like, you know, the iridescent
like the
stripe
strip on the 100?
Yeah, on money that like verifies that it's a real bill.
Only the 100 though, right? Like, we don't have it.
I think it might be on multiple. I mean, okay.
Wrong.
Okay.
No, for real, you know?
Yeah. Maybe, but I know other currency also has
Oh,
that.
I thought you meant just the USD.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. I feel like, a lot.
So a lot of people think, like, were in the comments of that video saying like, oh my God, you just cracked Glittergate. Like, it's currency that uses that glitter.
Okay, she just showed me the TikTok. Vintage Dusties is the name of the creator. Look up Vintage Dusties Versace V 2004, and I feel like her video will come up because that's the name of the polish.
Yeah, it's not the 70s. It's like the early 2000s. Sorry, I got the decade wrong.
What a crazy glitter though. Like,
right.
Now seeing that actually was like kind of crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
And I see what you mean about the currency, because it when she dries it, spoiler alert, at the end when it dries, she goes in the sun and it's like a cajillion different colors.
Yeah.
So that does make sense in that like reflective strip of money.
Yep, and it's used specifically for counterfeit. So like you can't replicate that unless it's that
fleck.
like that shift in the glitter.
Right.
So I think that's where all of our glitter is going, because it was discontinued for, she said it in the TikTok, it was discontinued for car paints and other industries, but you can buy it in small quantities, like sometimes
a quarter pound,
but it's definitely like that's what glitter is sold to.
Yeah. I remember when Glittergate was like first blowing up, and people were saying, well, I think like the second biggest thing it's used for is the bottom of boats. Like, have you noticed all boats are like super glittery at the bottom? But then I remember reading conspiracies about how it's like, this one feels a little far-fetched, but also, I don't know, I kind of don't doubt anything anymore, but like painting like certain aircrafts so they blend in with the sky, or like things
the military
in the sky. Yeah, more like defense things, or the tops of buildings, so if people come over it's reflected and they like can't tell what they're flying over. Like, have you seen, this is a little different than glitter, but have you seen those like big ass bunkers, but then they paint the top of the bunker to look like a neighborhood?
Yes.
So like if people fly over, they don't know it's like a big military thing. Like, that kind of
so
decoy.
Cool. Yeah. I see that.
Legs itchy. It's the cinnamon.
Did you shave?
No. Do I look like? But like, what is that?
Yeah, you're itchy.
Oh. That feels good. Thank you. Don't look under your nail.
I know, I probably got dead skin.
No, it's probably dusty. Why are things called gate?
I believe it started from Watergate.
Sure, but like, what is gate? Why are we giving it a gate?
I don't know. Like
Literally, why is it gate?
Yeah. Huh. Let's look it up.
Pizzagate, Watergate, and like, now people use it for everything.
Everything.
Like, if you and I had an argument over this candle, it'd be called Candlegate.
Right. Like Jortsgate.
Jortsgate. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so Watergate is
A literal gate?
no. So it's not an actual suffix from Watergate. Well, it is the way we use it now. But Watergate was a hotel in DC.
Like the literal full name.
Yeah, it was called Watergate. So now we just take the back end of it and call it blank gate.
Okay.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other times we've maybe done anything like that in the English language.
So yeah, that's why it's gate.
Okay.
The more you know.
Vixen Gate.
Oh, it's Vixen Gate.
Okay, so for today's episode, we asked you guys on Patreon, just for like, we're having like a little episode brainstorm with you on Patreon, and you guys sent so many good ideas. So I was kind of thinking, what if we went down the list of ideas, like hopped around the list of ideas
and just gave our 2 cents.
And gave our 2 cents on several topics. And then I feel like this episode's kind of even part 2 of the brainstorm, because anything where you want us to dive deeper, we can do that in the future. We could do a
full episode about it.
Yeah,
I love that.
Because another thing, like on like a production level that we run into a lot with topics is we will have our own conversations or suggestions or whatever from life, and we 9 times out of 10 we go, oh, but I feel like it's not enough for a whole episode.
Yeah.
We always run into that things aren't enough for a whole episode. It's more so like a 10-minute, 15-minute conversation, which is still rich in like value, but it's not like an hour and a half of talking, which that is kind of the balance that we run into, is like good topics, but also enough to fill up an episode.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I love this.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these, we were reading them before we pressed record, and I was like, hold on, let's just like kind of go over all of them. And in the future, if you guys want to be part of these type of discussions that we do like to have on Patreon, because honestly, now that we sent out that post, like I feel like this needs to be like a weekly or bi-weekly conversation we have with you guys.
Yeah.
Just head to our Patreon. It's patreon.com/Oddvice podcast, and you'll get all the alerts there whenever we send anything out. Plus extra episodes every week. Yeah.
And sometimes a vlog like this.
I guess it's
2 Fridays ago,
right,
we did a vlog.
Yeah.
And when you sign up, you have access to everything we've ever dropped on Patreon. So it's like,
it's a lot of secrets.
Yeah, it's
We'd
a lot
be
of
like
secrets.
letting anything out on Patreon.
Like actually hundreds of episodes.
Yeah, it double.
Yeah.
You get a whole, what you have on Spotify, you literally have like that again.
Yep.
But better.
We got a couple suggestions to talk about overconsumption and making mindful purchases, especially nowadays when everything is just so fucking expensive in the recession. And you feel like you still have to live your normal life, but what can you do to make sure that your purchases are mindful and intent, like having intention with the purposes and thinking about how these items will last or like what they're going to do for you in the future. Are you filling a hole or you're feeling a need that's only right now? Or is this something that you can make use of multiple ways moving forward?
Yep.
So I think that would be a good conversation to have.
This, I mean, as you guys know, this was my actually one and only resolution this year. And I feel like typically when I set resolutions, like us all, I kind of do it for like a month and then it goes away. This I've actually kept up with fully. I've fully kept up with it.
Do you want to talk a little bit about like what changes you've made?
It's just for me from the jump, like the hardest thing was the impulsivity of buying things.
Yeah.
Like, especially with Amazon, I would be like, oh, I'll just add it to my cart right now. I think my example, either a few weeks after the resolution episode or the resolution episode or during the resolution episode, I used an example where I was saying how my balcony door, it pretty much, it'll swing if I don't have a door stopper. And I remember like, oh, okay, I'm just going to order something online, whatever. And I was like, no, I'm going to be resourceful. I feel like that's part 2 of kind of overconsumption, right?
Right. How to solve your problems.
Just have already that you just can make do. So I used like a bandana or whatever to tie the doorknob around the railing of my balcony. Things like that, though, I feel like that was the first kind of example I ran into, especially because we had just moved and everything. And I mean, and with moving, especially like you're wanting to buy all new things, or like even down to like when we were moving out of our old spot, going through the shit under the sink and there's like half a bottle of soap. And I feel like I used to be like, oh, whatever, I'll just get a fresh bottle when I move to the next spot. But no, there's still half a bottle of soap. Just bring it to the next spot.
Yeah.
Little things like that. It's just, for me, it's just taken one more mental step, which is easy, honestly, like all things considered.
And it makes you feel like you're actually putting thought into things, because the mindfulness part of it is so fucking easy to just add to cart, order, honestly, forget about it until it shows up on your doorstep.
Which is even more telling of how much you don't fucking need it.
Yep, exactly.
Forgot about it the second you pressed order.
So adding that extra step kind of gives you the time to think, okay, do I actually need this? Or am I just filling a need that I thought I had because I saw a TikTok or because it was something that sparked in my head. But if I forget about it a day later, I don't fucking need it.
Nope. Yeah, even an hour later, I'll find myself doing that. Again, not as much anymore. It's a habit thing for me that I had to like relearn. And now that we're 6 months into the year, like I feel pretty confident about it. But things with like Instagram ads would always get me, TikTok shop, things like that, where it's
you have to actively,
it's a squeegee to wash your baseboards or some shit. Like,
right.
Use a rag.
Yep. You have to actively de-influence yourself.
Exactly.
Because with social media too, like I do this thing where if I can't sleep or if I wake up too early, I'll just scroll on my phone. And for some reason, I think I have all the money in the world to spend in the wee hours of the night. So I'm like scrolling and I see this, I don't know, cute watch holder for my vanity.
Right.
I have one watch.
Literally, and it's on your wrist. Your watch holder is your arm.
Right. But shit like that, like it's cute and it's aesthetic and you feel like you're missing out because it like fills this, it completes this picture of a lifestyle or a vibe that you want for your house. And it makes you feel like you need to be a part of it.
Yep. Because it's fed to you so aesthetically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's viral. Bang, bang, bang. But for home decor specifically, to like kind of tangent on that, I think of every cool home I've been into, and the coolest ones are the ones where it's all like, oh yeah, I made this. Oh yeah, I thrifted this. Oh yeah, like it's lived in, right? But all these, like the overconsumption core, like I don't know exactly what account it is, but there's those accounts where they like restock their fridge.
Yeah.
And it's all those little, like everything has its own little cup and its own little, every grape has its own fucking Tupperware. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like that side of TikTok. I feel like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's so satisfying. Oh my God, I need it.
I need to be that organized.
But like, no, you don't. I actually, when I open my fridge and I see my grapes on paper towels in a fucking Tupperware,
I'm more likely to eat them.
That too. But like, it's just more human. It's more like lived in. I feel like I would only appreciate that in like a work environment where it's like a shared kitchen and it's in the break room, whatever. But like in your own home, be a human.
Yes.
Like, you don't need that like robotic aesthetic in a way.
You don't want something in your house that you can't touch.
That's exactly how it makes me feel.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't feel warm and welcoming even
in your own home.
Myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the moving and filling a space, especially with furniture, one thing that I've had to like actively veer myself towards is, or away from, I guess, is like trendy items. Like it's easy, especially when you're filling a whole apartment, it's easy to like find an aesthetic on Pinterest or on TikTok and just like, okay, I need to buy this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece to like fill the aesthetic. But it's always more authentic, financially responsible, sustainable to have intention buying individual pieces that you know are going to last, that are secondhand, that could be used in like multiple forms. Yeah. Not just like a side table that only fits here in this aesthetic in this apartment for this many years. Yeah. Like that's like, I mean, I have PC items in my apartment that I know are going to last forever.
Literally forever.
And then you add your touches to it, your personal touches to it to make it feel like you, right? Like it might look PC all separated, but once you like add your touch to it, it's intentional.
That was a big point that I was trying to drive home during my moving in series with this current apartment, was like, because that's a question I get a lot on my personal videos when I do anything home related. Oh my God, like, how do you find your aesthetic? Blah, blah, blah. You are the aesthetic. If you just like it happens naturally. If someone gave you a basket of items ranging from all different sizes and purposes, but a basket of like home items, right? And you just simply were like, I like that one, pick it out. I like that one. The common thread here is that you like it, and naturally, like, we all gravitate towards certain textures, colors, whatever. It will kind of create its own aesthetic. Like, even with my current place, and I mean all the places I've lived, you guys have seen a lot of my houses in the past years, but like I just pick what I like, and it so happens to be like vintage brass and saturated colors.
Yeah.
But like, not because I said I want this aesthetic. It's just because I like it, and
it fulfills you.
And like the curation is just me.
Yeah.
Like you are the common factor.
Yeah.
So it will all like come back.
It'll
the
make
same
sense
aesthetic.
because it's you.
It's just coming from the same thing. Whereas, you know, if you are buying like a collection or something that a brand puts together, yeah, you know, it makes sense because everything's red
and it
goes like to the eye, but dozens of different brains put it together.
Right.
And I still appreciate that side of like the art, but like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like curated to me.
And think about like back to the example of someone buying like a bedroom set from like Urban or whatever. When you bring that into your home and then you start to naturally drop your own pieces into it, like the lamp that you've had for a few years or laying out all your jewelry. Like, did you just buy that set because you like it and it's a certain vibe? Or now that it's with all of your items, is it not making sense because it's not you in the first place?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was kind of something I went into decorating this spot, and probably you the same, because up until this point we've been able to combine our things, and our things go together for the most part. But with like when I bought my bed frame, I went with just like a wood platform thing because I'm like, I can restain this a million colors. It's really good quality wood. I got it from like a seller on Etsy.
Yep, materials are a big thing.
Yeah, like quality. Like he's like a
word worker.
Yeah, is that what it, or carpenter? Yeah. Carpenter is like house shit, right?
Yeah, usually like bigger scale,
like infrastructures, whatever. Yeah, a woodworker. So yeah, investing into things like that I know. I mean, even Alex is looking at a desk the other day, and it was solid wood, like 250 pounds, and we were saying like she could sand and recolor this for years to come to go with every room she ever has ever.
Yep.
And like, sure, you might have to buy a bigger price from the jump, but it's gonna save you long time and save the planet.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't feel as bad. Whereas I think I had like a living space. Living spaces is still good, but it's, you know, it's still like fast fashion of home stuff.
Yeah.
And I had a living spaces bed frame. It broke in like 2 years.
Right.
And I
have to get a new one.
Like physically remember putting it by the trash and being like, its life is just done, and it's just like going into fucking landfill now. And I had maybe 2 years out of it. Like, ouch.
Yeah.
Doesn't that just sting?
All that money on something that like, and
that was
especially
like probably $1,100.
Seeing the difference generationally too, like thinking about how my parents had the same bed set for decades.
Yeah.
Literally
crazy.
Tens of years. And seeing how our generation, and probably moving forward, unless we're mindful about it, it is that 2-year bed frame, 2-year desk, 2-year coffee table.
You can apply this to fashion too.
Yeah.
Like finding pieces that last way longer. And like, I used to think, this is such like a getting older shift too, because I used to think even a few years ago, the what's Mary-Kate and Ashley's brand? The Row. Things like the Row, I remember thinking like, that much for a fucking white tee or, you know, a pair of jeans, but it's good quality, and
you're
it's
gonna have that white
last
tee and jeans forever.
for years.
Yeah.
And that was always kind of something I feel like in my early 20s where I was like, no shot. Like, I'm going to Forever 21 and I'm getting 2 for $8 of these tank tops, but like the threads are coming out within one wash. It's just about shifting, kind of going back to like the answer here. It is just about shifting your mindset as far as your consumption. And I think that just does just take accountability. And, you know, I mean, you can get into like affording things, which I obviously also get, because back to like the Row example, I was doing Forever 21 because that's like physically all I can afford.
Yeah.
But then then you just don't get it.
Right. And
like,
thinking
that's like
about
a harsh truth.
Like thinking about a white t-shirt from the Row, say it's like $85, but then the white t-shirt from Forever 21, yes, you're spending that $85 out of your pocket one time, but say it lasts you 10 years, which it very well could, that white t-shirt from Forever 21 that cost you $8, you're buying that every year.
Yep.
So that's
you already spent more than it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Barely a year.
Right. Oh
Barely.
my God. Yeah.
So you're investing your money either way. You just have to think about how you're investing it. Investing long-term, investing in quality, investing in versatility with anything. Housewares, clothes.
It's a weird thing for me where I guess this is kind of a bigger topic. I have like a thing I've been trying to work on through adulthood where I try to really not lead with a scarcity mindset, because that like really big anxiety of mine growing up was money. I remember even asking my mom, like, well, can we afford it? Can we afford it? And like a kid shouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And that has just been so embedded in me that like, even when I've had years where I've made like the most money ever, I'm still like scared to lose it all. Like, which is a really common thing. Like a lot of people relate to like that scarcity mindset, especially around finances. So as much as I'm trying to heal that, I've also noticed it kind of like combating my mindset around like not buying things.
Right.
Does that make sense? Because like, you know, I'm like, oh, I need a new watch holder, or I want a watch holder. And then I'm like, oh, you don't need that though. Like, you don't need to spend all that money. And then I'm like, do I not need to spend that money because my money's going somewhere and I'm going to lose all my money one day? Like,
right.
Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
So
like you don't know the root of it. Like, are you holding yourself back from the purchase because you actually don't need it? Or are you holding yourself back from the purchase because of that,
like
that
scarcity mindset? Because I also don't want to feed into that scarcity mindset with all the things I'm trying to heal about it. But like, I also don't need that thing.
Right.
So that's just kind of been, it's not that big of an issue, but
just
I've
like an
noticed
internal struggle.
Yeah. I have to kind of check myself every time and be like, no, it's not because you're going broke, Kristen.
Right.
Like I always just have this fear that like, I'm going to lose all my money.
Yeah.
I'm going to lose all my money.
That's scary. I'm the opposite. I'm like, I'm at a low right now, but highs will always come. Money comes, money goes.
Whenever that phrase comes out of my mouth, it's purely trying to fake it till I make it, to convince myself. I like, oh my God, honestly, because I've seen it. I've felt it as a child, like knowing without any of the adults telling me. It's very obvious when I could tell our fridge looked different that month, or I couldn't go to the movies with friends. That's such a silly example, but like kids pick up on that shit, obviously.
Yeah.
So I've seen it go. I've seen it just like get taken away. So like that's how, like in my little pea brain, that's how I just think money goes.
Yeah.
Like it is a temporary thing.
Yeah.
Which it is.
Right. Money, that's the money goes part of it. But money also comes back.
Yes. And like, I do know that as an adult, but I'm saying as far as like
the root of it. Yeah.
The root of it and like the rhythm in which I saw it up until I made my own money.
Right.
It didn't come back.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's so hard.
It was your reality for so long. Like, how do you switch that mindset?
Yeah, it's weird. I know a lot of people relate to that. So I'm actually super curious how you guys protect yourselves as adults to not live in, it is a fear. Like scarcity mindset it's daunting. I mean, you feel guilt for anything you buy yourself. And like, I don't know, even if I spend money on something I can afford, then I'm like, oh, but like the people who are struggling can't afford this. So like, I feel like a piece of shit to get it. Like it's that's a whole other topic, but yeah. I don't know. It's a balance of like also being grateful that you can afford it. Cause my therapist actually said something the other day. Like we were talking about, this kind of goes away from money now. Now I'm just tangenting. We were talking about how grateful I am for this life. And like, you know, I guess I'm already home now by the time you guys hear this episode. But this past week I went to Rome. I went to Rome with Liza for the fucking Dior fashion show.
Right.
Like what the fuck? I'm going to cry. Like,
yeah,
that's
huge.
That's so crazy. Like that's like,
it's a once in a lifetime experience that
like a lot of fucking people don't get, but like also little me. Yeah. Like if I could just bring it back to me.
Right. Like the little girl who was worried about the food in her fridge, she gets to go to Rome
and probably eat like all the best food in fucking Italy and like one of the biggest fashion houses. Like what?
Yeah.
Like how is this my life? You know,
you deserve it.
But I was talking about that in therapy, and she was like, "That's really cool. Like, you know, you deserve it, blah blah." And then I was like, "But I feel like guilty."
Yeah.
This is such a fucking champagne problem right now. Like, please, this is like, don't feel bad for me. But like, we were talking about, she was like, that makes sense. Like, feeling guilty for that type of thing is like a common feeling because you think about all the people suffering, but also you feeling guilty for something you've been blessed with is also a version of not being grateful. Yeah. You're taking away gratitude by feeling guilty.
Yeah. You can't both.
Both can't don't
at
really
the same
exist.
time.
Exactly, at the same time and towards the same topic.
Right.
And she was like, you know, it's good to obviously be aware of like your blessings, but also like, and you know, her and I speak very spiritual a lot, and she was like, but you know, the universe gives these experiences to you for a reason, so like allow yourself to enjoy them.
Right.
In a way, it's such like, is this making any sense?
Yes, it is.
This whole trip, like just even having the opportunity to go, and like I'm a +1. Like it's not even anything like of my career. It's just more so like
just the opportunity of being in your orbit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I don't even remember why I brought this up, but like that was something I feel like I'll apply to a lot of things because I even feel guilty when I don't know. Like if we were at a cafe yesterday, we were having our $8 lattes and someone came up and asked for some change, and I'm like, bro needs $1, and I'm over here like, I don't like this $8 latte, I'm not gonna finish it. Like, you know, this is literally what my whole therapy thing was about. That's why it's fresh in my head.
It's a nice reminder. It is, because you have to remind yourself. You have to remind yourself to be grateful.
Yeah, it's just like I guess a balance though, because like, yeah, being grateful for all your blessings, but also like I can't help but think about all the
other side of it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that like having that guilt and having that mindset is one of the reasons why you're grateful. Like thinking about these opportunities that are in people's laps where they very well aren't even thinking about gratitude. They think they're entitled to it.
Oh.
But it's an interesting like side of it to talk about, because people who think they're entitled to things like this, they don't even think about anything other.
Yeah. They
don't think about the other side of it. They don't think about being thankful for what they have. They don't think about what would happen if it was taken away.
Because that's not even
it's not
possibility.
No.
And you might hear that and think, oh, what a life. But like, fuck no. I would hate to be that ignorant.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'd rather be fucking broke than out of touch.
Yes. Yes.
Are you kidding? Like, ew.
What an isolating life.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a miserable, isolating life to not have any awareness or perspective
of the majority of your species.
Yeah.
Like you're so out of touch with like the type of animal you are.
Yeah.
That you're not even thinking about the other humans that are.
And gratitude should be like, how do I say this? This applies to all aspects and all levels of what we're talking about. Being grateful about the roof over your head, being grateful about the new watch stand that I bought that I saved up $20 for. Like every level of this deserves gratitude.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And I think that goes back into, to like kind of bring it back, that goes back into being mindful about what you're investing in.
Yes, absolutely. That's actually like a really good bringing it back.
Yeah. Being mindful and thankful that you were able to buy that $20 watch stand.
Right.
Even if you saved up 2 paychecks worth, threw a couple pennies in the piggy bank to buy that. If that's what you fucking wanted and you got yourself that, be thankful that you got that.
I really like that. It's like making my head spin a little bit. I don't know if this makes sense, but it's almost like creating your gratitude. Like creating situations.
Yeah.
Do you kind of like know what I'm
giving yourself the opportunity to be thankful for what you have. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Because I think a lot of people, and like even myself, you know, when you're in those darkest moments, you're like, what the fuck am I grateful for? Like, there's nothing to be grateful for. Like, fuck my life. We've all been there. But like,
there's so many things.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's so many opportunities to be grateful.
A big one for me, I always go to health.
Yeah.
And not just like, oh my God, I'm glad I don't have cancer. Like, I mean, my feet work.
Yeah. That's one that I take for granted.
It happens.
Yeah.
Like, you know, none of this is meant to bring shame to anybody. It's just
it's
a reminder.
show, and it's to show both sides of it. Like that's something that you so greatly value. So you are so grateful for it. Mm-hmm. Whereas like I take it for granted every day, but it could be a very important reminder for me to think about, wow, you really don't struggle with how your body moves or
how you digest.
How I right. You were like, I'm like, you were like, how you digest.
For real though.
Yeah. I mean, I think about it a lot when you say your tummy hurts after like every meal. Mm-hmm. I get this little blip of like, oh wow, yeah, I wish I like understood more how you struggle with that. But then that's one where I'm like, I'm thankful that I don't have those gut issues. Yeah. But it's a reminder.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
It ripples into so many different things in the body. But
yeah.
Yeah. Or like I feel like I say this one a lot, but I'll say it till I die. Working out. Mm-hmm. When I book myself a hella early workout, I'm like, oh, I don't want to fucking wake up and go. Like I just want to stay in bed. I get to work out. Yeah. You get to go work out. You get to go build more muscle. You get to go spend $20 on a, you know, Pilates class, like $30, fuck, sometimes $40. But yeah, like it's just, you get to do that. It's
the shift in that mindset.
Yeah.
I love that. Mindfulness and gratefulness
equals love. I'm going to get that tatted.
Mindfulness plus gratefulness equals a long life.
Live, love.
Yeah. God. Some pets got it real good. Think about she's
little fucking bitch.
Oh my God.
You have no idea.
You have no idea how good you have it. I think about that a lot.
Yeah.
If you were out on the streets like some of your others.
Yeah.
For some of your peers.
I like when we lived in Manhattan specifically, like the building we lived in, I was like, Link, you little bitch. You live in a high rise in Manhattan. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Doesn't pay a dime.
Doesn't pay a goddamn dime. Doesn't lift a finger.
Nope.
Doesn't even have thumbs. Like doesn't have to grab nothing. Like you can just
exist.
She wakes up and looks at me and like, bark, feed me, bitch. And I'm like, yeah, sir.
Right.
I'm sitting researching all the best foods for her.
Like be grateful.
Yeah. No, I'm pissed.
Like show some respect.
That you saying that, and I know it's obviously a joke, us saying it to the animals, but like that's something that I feel like a lot of parents tell their kids, like you should be grateful that, you know, you have a warm plate of food and all the things. And that's a really touchy one for me because not that like saying you need to be grateful isn't like a great lesson, but when parents instill it in things like food in your house and like bare minimum life things, it can put this like thing in the kids that is like, I need to express this gratitude out of fear of like not being deserving of it.
Yeah. It's a fine line. That's a good point. Yeah.
Like you should be grateful. And it's like, I do get what the parents are doing, but
yeah. When you hound it on a sponge for brain, they're going to grow up thinking that it's not a necessity.
Yeah.
Like it's not something that like something like food and shelter should be
for every human.
For everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like bare minimum deserving things. I'm not finding the right word, but I don't know. I can't think of the word, but yeah, just deserving. Fuck, I know there's a word for it. You guys like know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
We're literally looking up synonyms. The one that resonates the most with what is in my head is like just basic needs.
A basic need.
Yeah. To
survive.
Like survival bare minimum needs like food and shelter when parents are like already putting like a scarcity mindset on it, whether it's a projection or, you know, the legit reality of that family, like, you know, maybe can't pay rent, can't put food in the fridge, whatever. But when like that's more of like a literal example, but when the family like isn't struggling with it and but they're still like, you need to be grateful. It's like, well, hold on, like
you're just feeding me because my body needs to eat.
I just need 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. That's a slippery slope.
It's scary. You could tell with the intent with how the parents, you know, push shit like that.
Yeah. And like when it's in that tone, you should be grateful. I feel like it's because they want the appreciation for it. Whereas if you're actually just trying to teach your kid gratitude, like there's so many other ways to do it.
Exactly. Are you seeing the trend on TikTok where healthy parents who have broken the cycle are saying these phrases to their kids that their parents said to them?
Yeah. I love those.
I'll put you in this world. I could take you.
I brought you in this world. I could take you right out.
Yes.
That's
one where I'm like, oh, I owe my life to you.
Exactly. And like I've met, you know, adults that still feel that towards their parents.
Yeah.
Which this one's hard because like obviously I have a different opinion with my parents, to say the least. But like I feel like this sounds fucked up, but like just follow me here. When I hear people that say, this is a hot take, when I hear people that say like, if I won the lottery, the first thing I do is like give my parents half of it. Fuck no.
Right.
What? But then I'm like, right the second I'm like so appalled by that, I'm like, okay, well, this is definitely my wounds talking right. Because they probably would give their parents half because they're like so grateful for their parents and their parents did so much for them. Like
where on the other side of it, other parents would expect it. Like you're paying half of it because you feel as though you owe it to them.
Right. Like, no, you decided to have kids. You brought me into this world.
Right.
I don't owe you anything. Yeah. But like the fuck? I don't know. Like I would, you know, I'd throw them a buck. But like
I would set up my parents so nicely that I would like pay off their debts.
Okay.
And like I would get them a nice house. But like I'm not giving you half so you can splurge as if you won the lottery. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But they're like, that's what I'm saying. There's kids out here that like you love them that much.
Sorry, Mom.
Like, and like I feel like that sounds really rude of me.
No.
But like, why would I?
I think and I'm not saying this because I believe it. I think the answer to that from most people who do that is they are paying their parents back for the first 18 years of their life.
They better pay me. Imagine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. You better pay me. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. That's couldn't be me. Like I said, I'm like, I you know what? I would hate to be so talking lottery here. If I was so fucking $8 billion rich and my parents were still like in Vallejo,
carry on.
I'm going to get them a nice house and, you know,
like Marin.
Yeah. Where they don't have to worry about, I would just, you know.
Yeah, you know what?
And Kristen, I think you would do the same.
No, right when you said like the location and like thinking about where my parents live right now, I'd put him up in like a nice 1-story in like Lafayette.
Yeah. See? I would just feel bad if I'm rolling in dough.
No, I would actually feel so bad. I pull up in a Bentley with like suicide doors.
Exactly.
To their like apartment. Yeah. Yeah. But like I would give it and I'd be like, okay. Like I wouldn't want the like praise. I'd be like, no, just fucking take it. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and then you start to think like, what did you do to deserve this?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's a roof over their head.
Right.
It's a basic need.
They
don't need to deserse it.
Right.
They are entitled to, oh shit.
You're going
to win the lottery. I need to give my parents everything. But actually, not like that. I needed that. That humbled me a little.
Yeah. I liked this combo. I know we said we'd talk about more things, but
I know
that's kind of how.
like what happened.
Yeah, but perfect. Now we have even more topics to talk to you guys about in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking more about the lottery. I feel like I would do more for society than I would for like
one person.
One person.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's not to say that I am hoarding the money for myself. Like I'm doing shit.
I would get a Disney magic key holder.
Yeah.
Pass.
How much is that?
I don't know actually. Let's see. If I lived near one, I would. It actually is like more cost effective if you do it. You know, think about how much one ticket.
Well, this is your investment. Yeah, you're investing in your future.
Right. Okay. There's 2 different keys. I'm not gonna get into that. There's an Inspire key and a Believe key. I wonder if that's like Orlando versus Anaheim.
Probably.
I don't know. The Inspire key is
what?
$1,700.
Oh,
$1,749. And then
is that for a year entry?
Yeah, it's 1 year.
That's a really good.
But the thing with the magic keys is you do have like certain blackout days that you can't go.
Oh, interesting. But still, aren't single day tickets like fucking
like $350
exactly
for a hopper pass? Yeah, it's a lot. And then the Believe key is $1,374.
So this is the row t-shirt compared to like in perspective. This is the row, and the day pass is the Forever 21 tee.
This is just like more cost effective for sure.
Knowing you're gonna go.
Right. Well, this is irrelevant because I'm not gonna get it.
Right.
But like,
it's fun to dream.
If I won the lottery,
right,
you're getting one too. You're not even gonna go.
No, this is the type of shit that I would do if I won the lottery. I would like go to Disneyland with my magic key and just like pick a kid who's like maybe having a rough day, or you can tell they're like tantruming because it's too hot outside.
Right.
I would go up to that family and like, you and the whole family get magic passes. Yes. That's the type of shit I would do with my money.
I would want to like make magic for people like that.
Yes. Everywhere.
Yeah.
I'd be like the grocery store fairy.
Oh,
I've always wanted to do this.
I love when people do that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I even love just like paying for the person behind me in a drive-through.
Yep. Starbucks. Oh.
And then, because my favorite part is when you pull away and you see them in the rearview mirror, like,
thank you.
They're like, what? And then, and they wave to you or whatever.
Yep.
But like,
but then there's there's always that one dick who doesn't pass it on.
Probably a lot of dicks.
Yeah.
Sadly.
But you got yours for free. Fucking pay for the next one. It's the same shit.
Like, pass it on.
Right.
Pass it on.
But then you'll get the family of like 8 in the Suburban who have like who are on a road trip and they just ordered everything off the menu.
Like, shit, never mind. Do you remember that YouTube challenge that was going around that was like ordering what the person in front of me ordered?
Yes.
I did that a few times on my channel, and I remember one time it was a big ass family and they were like, "Are you sure?" And like, that's the name of the challenge. I had to. So I had hella shit.
That's funny.
So much stuff.
What was it like a Starbucks
I think
or something?
it was Burger King.
Oh.
So I had a lot of stuff.
Yeah. That's what I would do with my money.
I would buy myself a fat piece of land and then just foster hella animals.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't.
I'd get a horse. I'd get 2 horses. I had a friend.
I would like a horsey.
I'd get a horse.
Ooh, and I would hire locals to like, because I'm like, if I had hella land, I'm not doing all the work.
I don't know how.
But I would love to hire workers who are like so
about
good at it. Yeah.
I would honestly hire my stepdad.
Oh yeah.
He would never have to work his job again, but he is such a worker bee.
Something that he would like want to do.
He'd enjoy it and it'd be like fulfilling. Yeah. I would send Ollie and Sarah to college. I would do that like intense full body scan of like all illnesses and that are like possibly showing any sign. I would get like crazy medical shit done, like health, not like cosmetic.
Yeah. Ooh, I would do a few cosmetic things.
I don't know if I would. Oh, you know what I'd do? I'd get really nice extensions.
Yeah.
Because those are so expensive, but like I would just get like the nicest and I would like keep up with, I would do a lot to like my hair and my closet.
Yeah. Ooh, closet.
Yeah. I'd get like really nice. Well, I have really nice tattoos, but I would get more.
Right.
I'd get more. Cool. And I would buy Justin, that's our tattoo artist. I would buy him like the best gun.
Oh, yes.
Tattoo gun. I feel like I need to specify that.
An AK-47. Laughs in America. Yeah, no. We are not pro-gun.
No, yeah, I think you guys get that. I would get my E30 back.
Oh, I saw the cutest. I've been on Facebook Marketplace because, again, I'm looking for a desk. I saw the cutest. I want to say it's like an 80s Mercedes.
I know.
Top down.
Like the really
$12,000 bucks.
Angled ones. I wonder if it was like restored.
I mean, it looked like cosmetically, it was nice. It was great interior. It was clean.
Yeah. Just the thing with
I'm
those.
assuming the inside's also nice.
It's like getting an old car, even if it is restored.
It's still so much work.
If anything ever breaks, you have to find such a niche mechanic.
Oh my God. Yes.
But
and parts.
I would hire Phil again.
Right.
Phil can really do anything. And I feel like we're losing men like that.
Yeah.
My stepdad can dead ass build a house. He can his truck, his like lifted truck.
Yeah.
He actually like built that truck.
Right.
Like homie can do anything. And a lot of people in that generation can. That's one thing about the boomers where I'm like, their men actually know how to do
blue-collar workers.
stuff.
I love a blue-collar worker.
Me fucking too.
Yeah. Me too. Respect to blue-collar workers.
Oh my God, yeah. When I was at UCSF with my mom, our like point of contact that whole day that was taking us around the hospital, she was saying how her daughter is in, I think like sheet metal school right now.
Ooh.
And she's like studying to be like, I don't know all the names, but like just like top position, but like in the field, not like, cause like I feel like sometimes those top positions in blue collar are in an office.
Right.
She still wants to be like hands on, or maybe it was welding. I think it might have been welding. I don't know.
Fire.
But she was saying how there's actually a lot of girls in that program, and I'm like, I love to fucking see it.
Love to see it.
Someone's got to do it. You know, like I'm crafty, but I don't think I could build a house.
No, I didn't know. Because you know what? I'd get sick of it. I'd be like, I'm not doing this anymore.
I'm already overwhelmed.
Yeah. Speaking of jobs, one of the recommendations for an episode we figure would be a good idea for a full episode for you guys would be talking about niche jobs. We actually get the question a lot, or I guess the entry a lot, where people are talking about like they don't know what to do, they don't know what major to take in college, they don't know what to do with their degree once they graduate. They feel lost and they don't know what their interests are. So I think it would be really cool to hear some niche careers that you guys might be in, and you can talk all about it. Let us know what you studied. Let us know what your like current job title is. Let us know what your job description is, what you do on the daily, and if it's something that is kind of like offbeat. We definitely want to hear that, and we think it'd be, like Kristen called it, a job fair.
Yeah, we'll call it a job fair episode where you guys can kind of listen to all these different positions that you probably didn't even know existed. We probably don't even know that existed.
Yeah.
I think it'd be both entertaining and insightful for knowing a lot of you guys are in the start of your careers or getting out of college or whatever. I feel like it'd be a cool episode.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking niche, like I always think about her, but I went to college with this girl and her dad owns the company that literally supplies and builds like over 80, almost like 90% of the nation's light poles. Like think about that, you guys. He's a fucking like billionaire. He's a dog. Yeah. But like rightfully so, like he swooped in on the market and was like, we need light poles. Like
everyone needs light poles.
So like that's kind of a really grand example. But I mean, hey, we don't know what listeners we might have.
Right.
I think about often the girl who wrote in about how her boyfriend's on the team for Dunkin' Donuts, the flavor or the taste.
Yes.
Whatever. Like he wrote in about the hash browns because we were talking about how much we guys Dunkin' Donuts. Hash browns, go get them. But yeah, he was saying how like he was on the team for that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So cool things like that. And even if you feel like it's not niche, but you're like passionate about it, obviously we'd love to hear that too. But
also,
yeah.
if you guys are comfortable sharing this information, you don't have to. Let us know what like entry level salary looks like. You can give us a range. You can give us like a very general number just to like give us an idea of what that looks like for your industry. That would be interesting to hear as well.
Oh, yeah. So send them into oddvicepodcast@gmail.com. Have fun with your titles because that obviously is what gets our eye before we open it. But I think it's going to be a really cool episode. Should we wear suits?
Sure.
Wait, we should probably get like really
cute.
professional. That's actually really cute.
Yeah. And it doesn't necessarily have to be what you guys do. It could be like anyone in your orbit. Like I don't know if I've said this before, but my uncle is in quality control at Coca-Cola. So he's
a celebrity to me.
No, literally. He literally knows like the Coca-Cola formula and he like works in the lab for Coca-Cola, which is so fucking cool. That's so cool. So shit like that. Like, do you have a crazy uncle who does some crazy shit? We want to know about it.
Where is the Coca-Cola lab?
I think it's somewhere up towards like Sac.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Fairfield.
Sounds about right. I feel like they have a
lot of Jelly Bellies
out there.
Yeah.
I went to that a few times growing up, the Jelly Belly factory tour.
I think I might have done it once when I was really young.
It was like my grandparents would be like, what do you guys want to do? Jelly Belly.
Yeah.
It was always my first. It was that or Santa Cruz.
See, that's another cool
Those
job.
are like my two favorite things
I love
in California.
Yes, it was such a treat to go to Santa Cruz.
Oh, and it was a day, and like I associate it with cheer. Like it was always, for our competition, and then the rides afterwards, and like you got in free because you were there for the competition. Like,
and it was always warm. I feel like being from Northern California, the beach is typically associated with like a gloomy,
hoodies,
cold day,
blankets.
But Santa Cruz was always a warm beach day.
It was warm. Yeah. Oh, I love Capitola.
Yes, me too.
What was that noise? Isn't Santa Cruz? Did I make this up? But wasn't the Giant Dipper demolished?
I don't know.
Did I dream it?
I hope not.
I think it might be. Yeah, it says it's still operating.
Yeah.
I must have dreamt it. Dang. It opened in 1924. Did I ever tell you? And then we'll go. Sorry, guys. One of my first times at Santa Cruz, my mom and Phil wanted me to go on the Giant Dipper. I'd never been on a roller coaster yet.
Really? That was your first?
No. Just here.
Okay.
I had never been on one, and they were like, all right, this is kind of a lot, but you guys get the context of how I was raised, but they were like forcing me. They were like dragging me on it.
Oh.
And I was like, not just like, stop. I was
oh my God.
like screaming, and several adults came up and were like, are they your parents?
Oh my God.
They didn't know. And they were like, yes, we're her fucking parents. Like, we're trying to get her on the roller coaster. And I was like, I don't want to. They were mad at me that I wouldn't get on the roller coaster. So I obviously ended up not going on it.
Oh my God.
But literally, they were trying to
traumatizing.
Add it to the list. They were trying to get me on there so bad that other adults thought they were trying to kidnap me.
How old were you?
I don't know. Maybe like 7.
Was it your mom and Phil?
6 or 7, yeah.
Okay.
My mom and Phil. Yeah, I was young.
I mean, yeah.
So my first roller coaster ended up being the Boomerang at Six Flags.
That's actually very scary.
That was consensual. I loved it.
Consensual. Mine was Roar.
Ooh, Roar is scary.
Maybe it was Cobra.
Ooh,
Cobra
is good.
Cobra was my first one.
That's a good one, That's
Cobra,
a good first.
Cobra's a good first.
It's like where the kiddie ones become adults.
Well, because you didn't have to be that tall, and it didn't go upside down.
Yeah. When Boomerang was my first, it was my grandpa took us to Six Flags, and I wore flip-flops. I don't know why I wore flip-flops, but I wore like the really thin, like Old Navy flip-flops.
Yeah.
And we went up, and I wasn't the right height. So and you know where the parking lot is at Six Flags.
Oh my God.
Vallejo, like
3 years away.
You're walking light years away. My grandpa walked back to the car to grab I had pink Converse.
Oh.
And he's like, it's going to give you, because I was this far off, And
Yeah.
he's like, those Converse are going to give you the perfect height, and we'll get you on that ride. And
That's a long walk, you guys. This is probably, I want to say like a mile and a half.
Yeah. That sounds, especially where Boomerang is. Like you're like damn near back of the park. And then he went and got my pink Converse, and then I rode the ride.
What a guy.
I know. He really is a classic dude. Okay.
All right, guys. Yes. So that job fair is next week. Please write in. I'm so excited to hear what you guys got going on. If you don't know, we have a Patreon. We mentioned it earlier. Every week you get an extra episode. We'll throw a couple vlogs in there sometimes. Go check it out. It's always linked in the description below. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, you can comment and like and subscribe. We're almost to 30K.
I'm so over it.
We're almost there.
We're never going to hit it.
Don't say that. You're cursing us.
My forehead's so itchy right now.
Yeah, you got oh God, we gotta go. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please rate and subscribe, or not rate and subscribe, rate and review us. Okay, guys, we love you.
Love you guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.